everybody, and welcome back to Crime in Sports.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wisman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us. Again, this is awesome. Again, hanging out with us, talking about an idiot. That's what we do every week here. We've been doing it for 10 years, and we're going to keep doing it because guess what? Idiots keep coming.
Now?
So why stop now? We're going to do part 2 of Clifford Rozier today, and he's just getting going, boy. It is just getting started and cooking with him. It's a lot of fun. We'll get to that and more. First of all, though, shutupandgivememurder.com is where you get all your merchandise, all of your information, all your tickets to live shows. Come on out and see us here for a Small Town Murder live show. We will be in Milwaukee at the Pabst on September 18th. Great venue, awesome show. That's going to be fun. And then the next night in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, at the State Theater. That'll be the 19th of September, so get your tickets for those. Shutupandgivememurder.com. You definitely want to listen to our other 2 shows, Your Stupid Opinions, which if you like comedy, which I assume you do because you're listening to this, you're going to love Your Stupid Opinions. And then, of course, Small Town Murder, which is the murder version of Crime in Sports. Just, again, funny. So check that out. Get yourself Patreon, too. Telling you, it's for your own good.
Yes.
We're just advisors here. Look at us as old friends that just want you to have what you want. Anybody $5 a month or above, you're going to get every damn thing we put out as soon as we do it, including as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get almost 400 back bonus episodes immediately upon subscription. You can binge all of those. Then, on top of that, you get new ones every other week, 1 Crime in Sports, 1 Small Town Murder, and how much of that do they get?
You get all of it, just every bit.
Goddamn megabyte of it. So do that, get those, and then you get, the 2 new ones this week, which you're going to get for Crime in Sports. It's Kirby Puckett we're going to talk about, which will make a lot of people sad because he's very beloved. And then for Small Town Murder, we are going to talk about that, the maternity, what's the
maternal instinct.
Maternal instinct, that's what it is. I was going to say maternity ward. I'm like, that's not the name of the goddamn doc. Maternal Instinct, the documentary where the woman cut the baby out of somebody and then pretended she just had it. And we're talking about that and I've seen all the interrogation footage. She has some wild versions of what happened, and it's insane. So we'll talk about all that and more. That's patreon.com/crimeinsports is where you get all of that. That said, time to do this.
Let's go. Yeah.
Clifford Rozier, part 2. Here. Let's get into this. In February 16th, 1996, he's starting to become an actual cog in a team here, which is incredible for once. The headline in the San Francisco Chronicle is Rozier goes from no time to crunch time.
No time to big time crunch time.
That's right. They said going from peacemaker to big playmaker wasn't the biggest leap Clifford Rozier has made lately. It's been from bench warmer to crunch time performer. Coach Rick Adelman made an uncommon show of confidence Rozier on Wednesday night when he kept the second-year center on the floor with Joe Smith and 3 guards in the fourth quarter to try to rally the Warriors past the Boston Celtics. Rozier, who just 3 weeks ago had asked to be traded, rewarded Adelman by snagging the 2 biggest rebounds of the Warriors' comeback, putting the second one back in for the go-ahead points in their 106-103 victory. Okay, so not bad. Considering what has happened to this team this season and to certain players in that game, it was a bizarre mix of players who carried the Warriors down the stretch. Tim Hardaway and Latrell Sprewell played cohesively as if their between quarters altercation had never happened.
What?
Rozier was one of the first players to try to keep the 2 apart. Quote, I didn't want it to get any worse, he said. Hell, we needed Spree and Timmy. I told them to shut up. I can't score 30 tonight. Hey, shut up, both of you. And
get it together, boys.
Then Sprewell choked him.
Yeah.
That's funny. He doesn't choke a guy who's 6'11". He chokes the coach. Rozier's contribution, 6 points, 5 rebounds, bruising defense in the fourth quarter were just as timely and just as unlikely. Wow. So anyway, they've been complaining. They say that Rozier's had poor work ethic is what they keep saying. So the coach said that Andrew DeClercq deserved more playing time. They said It wasn't the first hint the coaching staff has dropped this season about Rozier's practice habits. Going into the All-Star break, he was becoming a regular with Donyell Marshall in the best yet least desirable seats in the building. He said, I wasn't getting involved in any aspect of it, Rozier says. When we were winning, I would try to work on my game, but if we were losing, I said a lot of things, but basically the only way I was going to get playing time was to go ahead and admit, whether it was true or false, that maybe I'm not doing the things that I can do. Mm-hmm. If the coaches are telling you you're fucking up, rather than arguing with them, just work on what they're telling you and shut the fuck up and it'll go smoother. He said, so I've been trying to do everything I possibly could to get on the court and give everything I got. Maybe I wasn't giving everything I could possibly give. I've been working hard, and the only way I can get on this team and be able to contribute is if I play good, solid post defense, rebound, and do the things that the team is not doing in certain games. That's what I've been trying to do. And the coaches were like, that's literally all we've asked of you from the start.
That's all we wanted.
Thank you very much. Then March 21st, 1996, he wants out again.
Oh?
Yeah, now they're talking about, can they move people around? Can they get rid of people? Because Adelman has so little confidence in his young big men recently, he has been playing them almost exclusively during garbage time.
Oh.
They said that hasn't seemed to bother Andrew DeClercq, a rookie who was drafted in the second round last June, but Rozier, a first-round pick in '94 who likely thought he outplayed Cycli in training camp, has become so discouraged he insisted Tuesday night he would exercise an option in his contract to become a free agent and leave the team at the end of the season.
Really?
He had demanded a trade, took that back, now he said, fuck it. And they said, why is that? And he said, quote, nobody likes to be mistreated or treated unfairly.
Right.
He's only been in 49 of the team's 67 games and only averages 12.2 minutes a game. And he said, this has been a humiliating season from the start. Nothing went my way all season. Nobody likes sitting on the bench.
Right.
When told Adelman had said there were two options, DeClercq and Rozier responded differently. DeClercq was excited and Rozier was disbelieving. Rozier said, he said that? You can say anything you want. I could say I'm going to score 40 tomorrow, but that isn't true. I think they'll find a way to play Donyell or Jerome. Mm-hmm. He said Rozier insists he's ready to go. He said that he's been venting his frustration on the weight machines and claims to be in the best shape of his life.
Nice.
But mentally, not real great.
Not quite. Yeah.
No. They said, what do the final 15 games of the season mean to you personally? And he said, the countdown to the end of the season. 15 more games, and then I have to do what's best for Cliff.
You're right.
This
Countdown
guy right here.
Getting out of here. Yeah.
Cliff. That's fucking funny. Okay. April 23rd, 1996. Clifford Rozier, this is the San Francisco Chronicle. They have their report cards, or they give guys a report card. And they said, Clifford Rozier, nothing's raising his grade. He completed the knucklehead three-point play. He didn't work hard, then bitched about not playing, then said he wanted out. By the time Cycli hurt his thumb, Rozier was so deep in the doghouse he couldn't capitalize on his chance. And that's the problem. Their center got hurt. Yeah. It was he had all the opportunity in the world, but didn't take it. So he plays in 59 games this year, only starts one, which is not terrific here at all. 12.3 minutes a game, 3.1 points, 2.9 rebounds a game.
Shit.
Not good. Made $845,000 though.
Okay.
Yeah. Then at the end of the season, July 2nd, 96, he decides not to exercise the option in his contract to opt out and stays with the Warriors.
Sticks around after opening his mouth like that.
Do you think his agent told him, who the fuck do you think is signing you?
You contribute nothing. You're a drain.
You averaged 3.1 points last year while being a pain in the ass. Who wants that on their team? I could score 3.1 points a game if you hit me with an open shot every once in a while. This is terrible.
You're a nightmare.
Yeah, not me, his agent, saying that. Yeah, like, fucking, what are you doing, dude? How am I going to get you $1 million a year? You crazy? So 96-97 Warriors are 30-52. Mm-hmm. Not great. Rick Adelman's still coaching there. For some reason, they're not going to fire him. Right. B.J. Armstrong, Scott Burrell, bunch of old bulls on this team.
Yeah. A bunch of old-time, garbage time Bulls at the end
Yep.
of everything. Yeah.
Yep. Whenever anybody would go off of those Bulls teams, though, they would get scooped up because they were champions. So they get scooped up big time.
Jordan put a bunch of rings on their fingers.
Yeah, BJ and Burrell are top examples of that shit. Felton Spencer on this team. Man, Christ, he always looked 50. When he was in his second year in the league, he looked like he was 53 years old.
Big old man.
People calling him Unk and shit as he's running down the court. He's like, I'm 22. What the fuck are you talking about?
Shut up, Unk.
Man. Then this year here, he's going to have some problems, but he's going to play in 42 games, have 29 games started, and average a whopping 4.5 points and 5.6 rebounds a game.
Ooh, Jesus.
Not great. No. So anyway, this is fucking hilarious. A childhood friend of his said the lack of playing time hurt his feelings in Golden State.
Oh, he sad?
Suffered in silence. He said, quote, Cliff kept a lot of stuff inside.
Oh, Cliff.
Yeah, he said if he had a problem with coaches, he wouldn't say. He would just show it. They might be practicing over here, and he might walk down to the other end of the court. Just sad. November 3rd, 1996. It isn't even up to him anymore.
No.
Big headline, Warriors dump Cycli and Rozier.
Goodbye.
That's it. Golden State Warriors were so fed up with Ronnie Cycli, they shipped him as far away as they could, Japan.
Is he really going?
Wow. Now they hope the center they got as a keeper. While banishing Cycli to the other side of the Pacific may not have been the foremost on the Warriors' mind, that was the result Saturday when they completed the rumored trade with Orlando for Felton Spencer. In addition to the 7-foot Spencer, the Warriors received 6'8" Donald Royal. I remember him on those early Magic teams.
Too.
That's where they traded him for the Magic.
Okay.
Yeah. And veteran center John Koncak. Oh,
God damn.
One of the worst contracts in the history of basketball at the time was known for. Big white stiff. Let's give him millions. Perfect. The latter, on the last year of his contract, is out for the season with a knee injury. So he's just a garbage contract that expires. He was included only to make the deal fit under the salary cap rules. Besides getting rid of the headache Cycli and his holdout had become, the Warriors managed to foist unwanted forward center Clifford Rozier on Orlando. They also had to give up a future second-round pick. I don't know why they said Japan when he went to Orlando. Is that considered Japan to them?
Yes.
They say, although they wouldn't say it publicly, the Warriors were thrilled to free themselves of Rozier, whose questionable attitude and lack of productivity had made him unwanted. Royal said, unwanted. Donald Royal said, I was told Clifford Rozier was thrown into the deal. If you want Cycli, you have to take Rozier.
He's a teenage pregnancy.
He is. If you want Cycli, you got to take this dipshit too with him. Sorry. It's like a publicist. If you want this client on your show, that's fine, but you got to take this asshole you've never heard of also. Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Wow, that is fucking amazing. So December 3rd, 1996, Clifford Rozier wants to play, quote, his game in the NBA. That's the article. Okay. They say, for what it's worth, does Clifford Rozier actually play for the Orlando Magic? Well, yes and no.
Kinda.
The former Southeast High Prep All-American was dealt to Orlando on November 2nd, a throw-in in the deal that brought Ronnie Cycli. He has yet to see any game action.
He's got nothing?
It's been a month.
Wow.
They haven't put him in yet. He just sits there. Wow. Early on, team officials said Rozier was having difficulty assimilating a new offense. Rozier did not accompany the team for its series in Japan. There you go. Yeah. Nearly 2 weeks ago, Rozier missed several games due to a case of bronchitis, they said, and they said he seemed weak and run down during a recent interview. But during the period of recovery, he reportedly played in several weekend pickup games at Bray Park in Bradenton. The scenario is as contradictory as Rozier himself. After earning All-American honors, he was drafted by Golden State, where he played sparingly, and he saw even less action once Don Nelson left. And when Rozier was traded to Orlando, beat writers for the Warriors weren't quick to defend him. Several wrote that he was a player with an attitude and questionable work ethic. Rozier told a writer for the Tampa Tribune, quote, I'm a sore loser. I don't like to give my all if I don't feel everyone else is doing the same. Wow.
That's not a sore loser. That's just a
Just a lazy
terrible
asshole.
teammate.
Yeah, bad teammate and a lazy dickhead, and not a leader at all. Hey,
Right.
guys, I'll play hard and show you a fucking example. None of that.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Man, he said, that's not exactly what a coach wants to hear from one of his players, the article says. Here's a guy at the crossroads of his career, and he's worried about how hard someone else is working. Somehow, Rozier doesn't get the message. How will he rescue a foundering career? He told reporter Casey, I've got to play my game. There are those who would suggest that's how Rozier got into trouble to begin with, playing his game, doing what he wants. Mm-hmm. So, about a month and change, this is 2 days after that article, December 5th, 1996, the Magic place him on waivers without ever putting him on the court.
Never played, and he's going away.
That's it. So, here he is. He's now, don't worry though, he's a hot commodity, signed pretty quickly actually.
Yeah.
By January, he's playing for a new team, the Omaha Racers of the CBA. That's fucking amazing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, his agent was right about not opting out of that contract. You stick around, homeboy. This is all we got here. So there he is. He's playing there. He's doing well. He said, I'm not even thinking about the NBA, he told a reporter. They're like, they're not thinking about you either, so that's good.
It's mutual.
Yeah. Pick a hot chick movie star and go, I'm not even thinking about her. Well, that's good because you're not getting her.
Incredibly mutual.
It's the same thing. He said, I get a chance to work on my shooting. I can practice against good competition. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Right.
Man, he said, that's right. He said, I'm just happy to play ball. It hasn't been this much fun since I was at Louisville. It's fun when you can enjoy it. It's fun when it doesn't matter and it's not big business. It's on national TV. I mean, Louisville is on national TV, but still. Wow. In 4 games, he's averaging 20 and 10 with 1.3 blocks a game. So.
Okay, that's
pretty
not
good.
so bad.
Oh, that's decent.
It's not the NBA.
No, the coach of the Florida Beach Dogs, Eric Musselman, I remember him.
What?
The Florida Beach Dogs. Jeez, wonder why the league isn't successful. I don't know. You can't respect the Beach Dogs? What are you talking about? How do you not respect that? He said, Cliff is a very athletic big man, and he should see a lot of action in this league. January 24th, 1997. So this is 3 days after that article.
Yeah.
3 days after that article, the Toronto Raptors sign Cliff Rozier.
Really?
To a 10-day contract.
Okay.
To a 10-day contract. The Raptors, by the way, 96, 97 are 30 and 52.
Eesh.
And shitty. Hey, Benoit Benjamin's on the team there.
Is
Benoit
that
Benjamin.
right?
Yep. Marcus Camby's rookie year.
Yeah.
Doug Christie. Oh, Christ. Him and his fucking annoying wife. Hubert Davis, Popeye Jones, Brad Lohas. There's an NBA Jam flashback. Or would say B.
We got
Lohas.
Popeye Jones, is that what you just said?
Hey, Blowhoss. Yeah, Popeye Jones. Oliver Miller's fat ass, another
Jesus.
crime and sports fucking
Rest
alumni.
in peace, you fat fuck.
Jesus, Damon Stoudemire. Holy shit, this is a team of fuck-ups and
Loser.
odds and ends that was put together with garbage and string and gum and spit. It's nasty.
Just losers.
I'm going to put a little on there. That'll stick, hopefully. February 2nd is when he signs, and he's very excited, obviously, because I guess someone's on the injured Hubert Davis.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, then he was on the injured list. So what they do is they sign Clifford Rozier for the remainder of the season.
Oh.
He gets signed. Yeah, that's right. Now, on February 6, 97, the Toronto Star has a headline that said, Raps turn tiger loose.
Is that him?
Ferocious Rozier, quote, smells blood, mauls Cavaliers. Jesus. Did he murder people out there?
Yeah.
The Raptors have finally found a way to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, throw self-proclaimed animal Clifford Rozier at them. Okay. Right. Rozier played like a tiger last night and dragged his teammates out of the cage along with him in an 89-84 win over the Cavs in the Sky Dome. He picked up just 2 weeks ago a 10-day contract, then signed for the remainder of the season, produced impressive stats, 19 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 blocked shots. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a hell of a game. He saved his fiercest plays for last and almost single-handedly destroyed the Cavaliers as time wore down. Rozier said, on the stat sheet, we didn't outplay Cleveland. We just wanted it more. If I go out there with intensity, the other team has to match it. I smelled blood, and with a few minutes left, I couldn't let it slip out of my hands. And he said, it seems like when we play a physical team, we turn our finesse. We turn to our finesse and back down.
Right.
He said, it's all right to be intense. It's all right to knock someone down. I guess I took pressure off the guys. I had a real ball out there. I took some shots I don't normally take, and I forgot where I was. I thought I was back on the playground having fun.
Having a great time doing it.
And the coach of the team, Darryl Walker, said, he's an animal and I like him. It was a very physical game and the refs let both teams go at it. Rozier is strong. He's big. He's capable of doing that, and he did it before against us when he was with Golden State. Right. That's Cleveland's coach. Okay, here we go. February 8th, 1997. Clifford Rozier is happy at last, the paper says. Yep. He says, quote, man, I'm in heaven. He's in heaven. He says he's just so happy.
Thrilled.
Thrilled is what he said. He's for that Sky Dome game. He said, for the first time in my life, I'm enjoying going to work on a pro level. Man, I'm in heaven.
Man.
Yeah, he said Toronto's a fun team to play with and a fun team to watch. And there's no pressure because you don't have to win.
Nobody
Who cares?
gives a shit.
Yep. Nobody cares. Who gives a shit?
Looking for us.
John Koncak was here. No one cares. No, he was on Orlando. Dunking, running, pressing, and you never know who you're going to be guarding because all the players are so interchangeable. He loves it. He said Rozier's father said he's just concentrating on his game and working hard. And Cliff said, this is what I wanted all along. At Orlando, we'd play Toronto, and I'd be like, damn, I wish I could play there. He said, tall, lanky, athletic, 22, 23, and 24-year-old guys who can run. That's who he wants to play.
Nobody ever said, I wish I could play in Toronto. Not that time.
I wish I could make less money and have to still live in America, too, and pay the taxes on both places and live in the expensive place while paying the higher taxes. Yeah. So they're talking about how he said, they just told me to play my style of game, so I have.
All right.
That's it. He said, I try to tell people it's not for the money. I'm just enjoying playing ball again. Oh. They said Rozier, who even shrugged off his guaranteed contract that means he'll remain on Toronto's roster for the rest of the season. He said, I'd be happy anywhere. I enjoyed playing. What more could I ask for?
Wow.
What more could I ask for? Well,
much more. You
could ask to go to one of these places on this newspaper page that's showing some ads here. Yeah. You could go to the Relax in Ways is one. Total relaxation, $10 off with this coupon. And then it just says call a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. Total release here. Full release. And then it says for total body and mind, ultimate relaxation. Mm-hmm. There's a phone number. Then you get $10 off. Then under that, there is Adult Super Center, XTC, videos, novelties, and peep shows.
Yes.
Here we go. Not a members-only club, but you can sign up and be a member.
Welcome. Yeah.
$12.50 lifetime membership.
Yes.
$2 rentals for the first night, $1 rentals each additional night. And there's a blonde chick looking like she's gone on the front there on the picture. Rentals. That's old school. Here, take this thing that this other guy just whacked off to. You hold it now.
It's a rental.
It's a rental. February 25th, 1997, Rozier Walker in fiery one-on-one. That's his coach who likes him and who he loves. Big center takes up residence in a coach's doghouse. Gee, he's familiar there. He's got all his stuff there already. It's fine.
Takes up residence.
Yeah, he's just living in there. Yeah. His bowl that says Cliff on it, I picture. Unless Darryl Walker has a serious change of heart, don't look for Clifford Rozier to be in a Raptor uniform tonight. In fact, the Toronto coach may decide to not even have the reserve center sit on the bench when the Raptors face the Nuggets at McNichols Arena.
We don't even want him in the building.
What did he do? Finger his daughter? What the fuck happened, man? Jesus.
Go on home.
I don't even want him here. Rozier and Walker had a fairly serious falling out during practice yesterday, culminating with Rozier's being escorted from the University of Denver field house by veteran Earl Cureton after a vitriolic exchange with the excitable rookie coach. Wow, Walker downplayed the incident afterward, calling it a difference of opinion. But it soon became apparent that Rozier may spend the foreseeable future in the coach's doghouse. We asked if it would affect Rozier's status for the meeting with the Nuggets, and Walker replied curtly, it doesn't. Queried further, however, as to whether he would have Rozier dressed for the game, Walker's true feelings came simmering to the surface. Quote, maybe, maybe not. Who gives a crap? I don't.
Fuck him.
Fuck him. We're talking about a guy here who somebody gave a chance to play. I don't give a shit, to be honest with it. I've got my guys here. Fuck that guy is what he said.
I don't give a shit.
Wow, what a fucking idiot. Nicknamed Psycho for the former Golden State Warrior, gave the Raptors solid minutes when summoned off the bench, endearing him to his feisty coach and invoking high praise early. Out of nowhere yesterday, though, and for no apparent reason to courtside observers, the two tangled verbally after Walker stepped in a drill and hollered across the court to Rozier to, quote, get that crap out of here, as well as a few other choice morsels, which is kind of just what coaches say.
Yeah.
Rozier was firing back the entire time with a few poison darts of his own while being restrained by Cureton, Doug Christie, and assistant coach John Shumate. Cureton walked Rozier to the exit, where the two spoke for almost 10 minutes before Rozier left and made his way back to the team's hotel.
Send him home.
Send him home. The incident was similar to a run-in earlier this year between Walker and another center, Benoit Benjamin. Mm-hmm. Within 24 hours, Benjamin's career as a Raptor was over. The exchange with Rozier was a nasty blip on what's otherwise been a highly successful road trip for the Raptors. Well, I bet so. Bet it's been real highly successful.
Yeah.
Your coach and your center are going to kill each other. February 28th here, 1997. There's a big article about it in Toronto saying coach's decision, Darryl Walker kicked Clifford Rozier out of practice. And Walker said, it's no big deal. These things happen all the time. And he played Rozier during the game in Denver. So he not only did he not kick him, like tell him not to dress, he actually played him too. He said, you have to do what you think is right for your team. That's all he would say. Raptors GM Isaiah Thomas believes the blow-up helped the team focus on the Nuggets game. Yeah, that'll do it once in a while. April 11th, 1997, former Magic forward Cliff Rozier hopes to have found a home with the Raptors. He was waived by the Magic. It's basically this Orlando update saying, he's having some problems there, but they're calling him Psycho for his intense play, so it's going well. So 96-97 with these two teams, he plays a total of 42 games, starts 29, averages 4.5 points and 5.6 rebounds. But he made $1,040,000 last year. That year. So he broke it. He cracked the $1 million mark. July 22nd, 1997, Clifford Rozier, this is interesting, Clifford Rozier has sleepwalked through 3 seasons in the National Basketball Association. Tommy Frazier's 2 national championships diminish with each passing day now that he makes his home in Lincoln, Nebraska. Tyrone Williams showed up at his old elementary school last winter, fresh from the Super Bowl, only at the order of a Nebraska judge. When Tracy Sanders pulls out his annual all-points bulletin begging Manatee County athletes to assist with his youth football camp last week, the telling responses he received were typically non-criminal. No one responded, non-committal, I'm sorry, it's in a newspaper. No one responded, when do you need me? To have so few of the Division I athletes raised in Manatee County commit to helping Sanders is incomprehensible and inexcusable. Every year, it's the same story with a different twist. None of the local guys will do anything to help their home area.
They want nothing to do with this.
Wow. This guy said, they're all involved in final exams or have time conflicts. A lot of them said they were coming. I got all types of excuses why they're late or not showing up. I'm disappointed, but I guess I forgive them if it's education related. All of them had it in their hearts to be here. That's
They all
funny.
wanted to be here, but they're just not here.
Yeah. They say, as for Rozier, if he was at all community-minded, he would have organized and sponsored a Clifford Rozier youth basketball summer camp by now. He has a name around here. What's he doing with it in the offseason? How many other guys around here have been on the same floor with Michael Jordan? That's a point I'm making, the guy said. He said, these guys need to help out. He said, Tommy's always eager, but my friend Clifford is a different story. He's got a million things to do in no time. It would definitely help his image to give back to the kids who look up to him and admire what he's accomplished.
Sure.
Yeah, this guy's just calling this motherfucker out. Come down and coach kids or you're a dickhead. Wow, that's amazing. He said it's time for the next generation to step up too. More than Sanders camp assistants David Dunbar, Kirk Houston, and Jesse Price are needed. He said, myself, Alvoyd, Pig, and Clifford, it's up to us to motivate the kids to work hard so they're exposed to so many negative things. Okay, September 2nd, 1997. He's a free agent.
All right.
And the Raptors and Cliff are so far apart in contract talks that Rozier's agent said that he might not return to Toronto no matter what because he's so insulted. He's seeking $1 million a season, while the Raptors are offering about a quarter of that. The NBA minimum is what they're offering.
I want $1 million. We'll give you 200,000.
About a quarter of that, of what you want. September 25th, 97, Miller and Rozier won't be at Raptors camp.
Oh.
Nope. They said that they are completing their list of invited players, and Oliver Miller's name is not included. Neither is Cliff Rozier.
Shit.
Yep. Rozier said it's his contract. He expected this. Yeah. October 3rd, 1997. Here we go. They're talking about having a chat with Clifford Rozier. This is, I believe, Minnesota is talking about that.
Oh.
Bringing him in possibly for a little run here. The Wolves are desperate for help in the middle, and Kevin McHale said he can bang. He's a quality NBA rebounder. In the games he's played 20 minutes, he's averaging 8.5 rebounds. Okay, 97-98 Timberwolves, 45-37. So an actual playoff team.
Yeah.
They lose to Seattle in the first round of the playoffs. So that is the last gasp of the Kemp Payton. Yeah. 2 years later, Kemp will weigh like 450 pounds and be fatter than Oliver Miller.
He really fell apart, didn't he?
Quick, because he signed a big deal. He left. Where did he go? Did he go to Toronto? I can't remember. Or Cleveland? No. Fuck. What did he? Is it?
Sean Kemp went to
Cleveland or Toronto. Either way, he signed a big contract and showed up fucking fat as shit. No, black guys never go to Boston as free agents. That never happens.
Where the fuck did he go?
It's generally a no-go there.
The end of his career was real fucking sad.
It was bad, but the big contract, I think it was the Cavs signed.
Blazers?
Was it the Blazers?
He went to the Cavs and the Blazers.
Okay, the Cavs are the ones who signed him to the big deal. Okay. And he showed up in camp like 100 pounds overweight.
After he left the Sonics?
Yeah, he ate his deal right away here. So they lose there. This team, this is the Kevin Garnett. It's his second season. Stephon Marbury's second season. Garnett's third season. Sam Mitchell, Cherokee Parks. Hey, Anthony Peeler.
Cleveland?
No, this is in Minnesota. Timberwolves.
We're not talking about. This isn't about Sean Kemp.
No. we did a one on him before. Doug West, Reggie Jordan, Stephon Marbury, Sam Mitchell, Cherokee Parks, Anthony Peeler, who came up last week, Terry Porter in his fucking 13th year. Okay, so he's ejected in a loss here.
Nice.
He has a problem there. Cliff Rozier. I guess he got into it. A fourth quarter fight between Rozier and Vitaly Potapenko.
Yeah.
Both players threw punches under the Minnesota basket, with Rozier connecting on Potemko's face, knocking the 6'10", 280-pound center to the floor.
Wow.
Teammates grabbed both players who wanted to continue fighting. That's nice.
Fuck yeah.
That's two huge people.
Keep going.
You can't let them fight. That'd be fun to watch, though. Both Rozier and Potapenko were assessed flagrant fouls and ejected. Speaking of ejections, how about erections? Well, how about that?
Oh,
Let's
what
go
do
to
you
there. Rhyming with it. Right under that, impotence? Do more than just think about it. Okay. That's what this ad is telling you. Erect aid system. Okay. What? The most prescribed vacuum treatment for impotence.
What is this?
Horse shit. That's what it is. Safe and easy to use, proven 90% effective, no surgery, drugs, or shots, affordable and reimbursable. Your insurance is not going to pay for a dick pump. It's not happening. Available by prescription. What quack doctor is giving you a dick pump for your problem? Wow. Erect aid system with free educational materials. You know what it is? It's just 2 tongue depressors and some duct tape. That's the system like that they send you in a mail. Yeah, you just make a splint out of it. That'll keep it going, right?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. And there's a videotape available. I don't want to watch that videotape at all. That sounds disgusting. Okay. October 22nd, 1997, the league fines 5 players, including Clifford Rozier of the Timberwolves and old Vitaly there of the Cavs. And they were among 5 players fined and suspended. Rozier fined $10,000.
What?
And suspended without pay for 2 games. And Potapenko is half. 1 game, $5,000 because he lost. If you get punched, you get less. That's
he got
nice.
knocked down.
That's very nice here. The Timberwolves here, November 15th, 1997, the Timberwolves and 5 of their players have been fined $37,500 by the NBA for wearing their shorts too long.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a thing?
At that point in time. That was when they were like, oh, no. Yeah. Michael Jordan's almost retired. He's retiring, and the kids all wear their shorts long, and all the old people are scared of them. And that's when they started making the rule of, if you're on the bench, you have to have a suit on.
Yeah.
You can't be there just in any old outfit.
If you're not playing, you have to be dressed right.
You have to be in a suit and tie, because that's what all the fans are wearing. Look all over the arena. Everyone's got a suit and tie on because it's 1943, right? So anyway, Chris Carr, Kevin Garnett, Stephon Marbury, Cliff Rozier, and Doug West were each fined $2,500 for failing to comply with the rule, and the team was fined $25,000.
Wow.
The Players Association will file a grievance. We intend to contest these ridiculous fines on behalf of our players to the maximum extent possible by the collective bargaining agreement. This is another example of the NBA's continued efforts to exert greater control over our players. League rules stipulate that shorts worn during a game must be no lower than 1 inch above the top of the knee at all times.
No, you can't cover your kneecaps in this league anymore?
Very stupid. That's stupid. The Timberwolves have been previously warned by the league about their uniforms, according to the Players Association. November 24th, 1997, Cliff Rozier said Potapenko was amused to learn that Cliff Rozier and the Timberwolves think he has a black belt in karate. For some reason, they've been saying he has a black belt in karate, and Cliff punched him. Potapenko said, quote, don't tell them, he giggled. That I don't, is what he's saying. Yeah. According to the story, Rozier was asked if he was going to apologize to Potapenko for punching him during the game. It was a preseason game.
A game that doesn't even matter.
Jesus. Rozier said he thought everybody had gotten over the incident, and then he cited the strong discipline a black belt had given Potapenko. And he said he actually earned Potapenko a white, orange, and purple belts in Hapkido, a Korean martial art. Oh. According to the Ultimate Karate Centers in Parma, Hapkido emphasizes circular or soft style throwing motions. You know, wax the car, Miyagi style shit. Yeah, similar to those popularized by action star Steven Seagal.
What?
So plant your feet. Stand perfectly still and move your arms 12 to 20 degrees, and guys will just fly around. They'll just
grab a man, throw him one-handed.
Good God. Seagal is bullshit, though.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, watch any of these demos. Guys run at him and just put their arm out for him to grab it and twist him and flip him. It's the dumbest shit ever. Wow.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it's a humanistic endeavor with an emphasis on self-discipline or self-defense as opposed to combat. That's always what I thought about Steven Seagal. He's really interested in self-discipline. That's what this is all about.
Big combat man.
Yeah. Well, he invites actresses over to fucking, with them barely escaping unraped. Perfect. Heard some bad stories about him.
Really?
Oh, Juliana Margulies. Look that up. Everybody out there. Juliana Margulies, Steven Seagal. Real creepy.
I mean, he's just a douche. I can't believe that anybody bought into that shit.
I guess according to her, allegedly, he would invite women into his hotel room and then tell them that he's got a gun right under his seat and all this weird shit that would freak out a 20-year-old actress who's got some weird dude twice their age being all strange in a dim hotel room saying, I got a gun.
I've got guns?
Why don't you come over here and sit next to me? And like real creepy shit. Give me a massage. Yeah.
Yikes.
And stuff. Yeah. Allegedly. November 23rd, 1997, after appearing in just 6 games in a reserve capacity and being fined a little bit, the Timberwolves waive Cliff Rozier. He only averaged 4.9 minutes a game and posted 1 point and 1 rebound a game. Ooh. That's his average. No contributions in blocks and steals. Ugats. That will be the end of his career.
He's done?
He's done. 4 years. He made $750 that year. Completely out of the league in 4 years. That
Less than $4 million, and he was spending like crazy, wasn't he?
He's the guy who bought all that crazy shit, spent like $250,000 immediately. He made $3,557,250. Not good. So where does he end up?
Where?
Quad City.
What is fucking Idaho?
That's that's going to be Iowa. Yeah, that's going to be the CBA again.
Yeah,
and there you go. Apparently, he gets upset and walks out of a practice at one point here. They said he walked out of a Wednesday practice and has yet to be seen since.
He disappeared.
But the Quad City Thunder, he must have come back because in 1998, Rozier and the Quad City Thunder win the Continental Basketball Association championship. He's a champion.
The whole Continental?
The whole continent. They're champions. Wow. That's amazing. By the way, the CBA then, oh, wow. Okay, then he's going to go back and forth. August 15th, 1998 is when it gets bad. That's his, we'll say, you know what? It's been grace. This is grace here. I feel like up until this point, he's really skated on a lot of shit.
At least, right?
This is grace right here, I would say. August 15th, 1998 is when it's not grace anymore at all. Sarasota Herald Tribune headline, this is not good. Rozier cited in battering of his mother.
A mom?
That is a bad headline.
You beat up mom?
Oh, my God. Wow. Was arrested and charged with battering his mother. Rozier was arrested.
Lord.
Wow. Manatee County Sheriff's Office deputies, after he called his mother, Diane, the devil, then grabbed her by the arm and pulled her across a room during an argument, according to the arrest report. Yeah. Why would you do that to your mom?
I don't know.
He was charged with a first-degree misdemeanor count of domestic battery and served a bench warrant for the worthless check charge in Sarasota County, which he also had. After posting $2,000 bond, he was released from jail. Diane Rozier told the deputies Clifford was, quote, acting crazy, which sounds like him. She told the deputies she was afraid that Rozier would hurt her. The quarrel began when Rozier was trying to keep his mother away from his son, Dominique, for some reason.
Okay.
And then called her the devil. The initial incident occurred at about 11 p.m. Tuesday night at his mother's home. You're fighting with your mom like
almost midnight?
11 p.m. Yeah. Rozier, however, wasn't arrested till 12:30 a.m. after he fought with deputies. Oh, God. He pushed deputies away several times and was sprayed with pepper spray before he fled back into the house. After more deputies arrived, he finally came out of the house and was arrested. So it took a while.
Yeah.
He was taken to the hospital where he was again uncooperative before being taken to jail. He is a fucking problem, man.
Yeah.
Then, January 5th, 1999, it gets worse. Rozier named in mortgage foreclosure. Yep. He was named in a mortgage foreclosure suit. The suit filed by Nations Bank Mortgage Corporation alleges Rozier is 6 months past due on mortgage payments.
Oh, no.
Since he's been out of the league, since the paycheck stopped coming.
Yeah.
He was living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
In the league.
Wow.
The suit states that payment in the amount of, you ready for this?
How much?
$244,881.06 plus interest, late charges, and court costs is needed to satisfy the debt.
He's in arrears by that much today.
That's not what he hasn't paid in 6 months. That's like the whole mortgage that he's basically has to pay it all to get out. Yeah.
He's down 200 grand right now.
Yeah, they said he initially bought it January 8th, 96 for $440,900 on a property at 4903 64th Drive West in the Esplanade on the Bay Development in Bradenton. Rozier's last known address was 6111 95th Street, Circle E in Bradenton. He was arrested at that address last August by Manatee County Sheriff's deputies and charged at that time with a first-degree misdemeanor count of domestic battery against his mother. He was also served with a bench warrant for a worthless check. The foreclosure suit is the second such action in which Rozier was named in the last 6 months. The Esplanade Homeowners Association filed a mortgage foreclosure suit against Rozier last June. He's fucked. Wow, that is bad. In December 95, the Louisville Courier Journal published reports naming Rozier and 6 other current and former Louisville players for NCAA violations involving automobiles. We talked about that. Rozier has played in the CBA. Okay, February 12th, 1999, Rozier back with Quad City.
Oh, great.
That's good. It's a lot cheaper to live in Iowa, so cost of living is going to be good for you. He's there. They said they're a repentant king. Oh, Jimmy King, too. Jimmy King, when Clifford Rozier joined Jimmy King in angrily storming out of a postseason practice last March, the veteran vowed never to play another game for Quad City. And the feeling was mutual when Rozier refused to follow King's act of contrition in the playing time dispute. A repentant King returned to the squad the next day and apologized to his coaches and teammates, while Rozier hopped on a plane and headed home to Florida, never to be heard from again. So he wasn't even there for the championship.
No kidding.
They won it without him. That was in the postseason. That is until now. The Quad City player personnel director, Jim Sleeper, said time does really heal all wounds. Basically, we just decided to bury the hatchet. I'm not sure how that'll play out when he gets here, but that's the intentions on both sidelines. Wow. I don't know. He was apparently the veteran of 173 NBA games, missed all but one playoff contest and forced the Thunder to win the CBA title with a shorthanded roster of 8. Oh, God. 8 guys. That's a crazy rotation. The Sleeper guy said there's no assurances we'll sign him, and if we do, whether we'll activate him or not, Cliff is aware of the situation he's coming back to. We're just bringing him in to see how he looks, and we're going to try to get to know him better and see if it'll work out this time. We'll see. He said he approached us about 6 weeks ago. He needs to be seen playing by the NBA people right now. There's no question about that, but we need him as much as he needs us right now. Yeah. April 21st, 1999, troubled Rozier back on the court. This is from Bradenton, where he beat up his mom. So Clifford Rozier has come home in search of a fresh start. The Gulf Coast Sun Dogs, I guess the beach dogs are...
Sun dogs now. It's a lot of dogs down in Florida.
No, fuck you, dude. It's beach dogs all the way. What are you, fucking down with the Sun Dogs, man? Fuck that shit, dude. Nah, we can't be friends anymore, bro.
All dogs.
It's beach dog. Did I say beach dogs or sun dog? I don't remember which side
both.
I took.
There was beach dogs before. Now it's sun dogs.
Now it's sun dogs. Yeah, beach dogs fucking rule. Yeah, take that. Jimmy likes the sun dogs like a pussy. This guy. What is wrong with him? Rozier said, I want to have some fun and get back into the game that I haven't played in a year and a half. Said, it's nice to come back to the place where I played high school ball. It's been a long time since I played here. They're probably playing in the same fucking gym.
Why wouldn't they?
You might as well. Or either that or like They're playing in like the courts from White Men Can't Jump, but in Florida, they're like at the beach, but they're outdoor courts like that. He's at the crossroads, they say, of what was supposed to be an illustrious professional career. He said he's only 26 still.
Illustrious,
26. So he's looking to have a little fun right now.
Yeah.
When I get on the court, I feel at home, he said. Okay, sure. They're talking about his career and saying how he was promising in his first fucking year with the Warriors, and then it all went downhill from there, which is true. Now, the Sundogs head coach said there's a chance for Clifford to resurrect his career. It's a win-win situation for both of us. His name will put people in the seats, and we're here to help him chase his dreams of getting back to the NBA.
Yeah.
Rozier said he is ready to start anew, and he said the game is the game, and it's the same no matter where you go. This ain't a hard game. It just takes time.
Yeah.
May 1st, 1999, Rozier puts on a show for friends. This is the Sarasota Herald Tribune. They said most of the crowd noise was pre-recorded, and an alleged accident on the nearby bridge delayed the start of the game by 20 minutes. Wishful thinking, of course, that the traffic jam was filled with fans. Say this about the Sundogs. Cool logo. Okay. Friday night, though, should not have been about big crowds nor big expectations. Sure, the Sundogs didn't sell out their home opener. Neither did the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, who can even use that excuse that they play in the Manatee Civic Center. Instead, this was the United States Basketball League, the doghouse of pro hoops. You land, that was in the CBA, the Beach Dogs. That's why. This is the USBL.
Oh, got it.
Beach Dog Sundogs. Got it now. I thought it was like, the Rough Riders in Canadian football. Just keep
There's a lot of Rough
name.
Riders up there.
A lot of it. You land here, you're in Siberia, only without the razor wire. You play here, you either go up or you go out. You're here for a reason, too. For Clifford Rozier, it's simple. Quote, I wanted to win, Rozier, the former first-round draft pick, said. Okay. Hope, a renewal, a comeback. It's all there for Rozier. They had a 99-93 victory over the Kansas Cagers with a Z. With a Z.
Which part of Kansas has the Z?
Exactly. Yeah, that would be amazing. Kansas with two Z's. He looked happy just to be wearing any uniform. He also wore a wide grin through the sweat of 32 points. I just wanted to have fun, he said. This is the first time in a couple years I've had fun. He says that everywhere he goes.
Just wants to have fun.
Notice that? It's finally fun again. And it's like, you just said you were having fun somewhere else. He said, being at home, playing like this with these guys, slapping high five, it felt good. It was like a breath of fresh air for me. Well, you need a breath of fresh income because you have no place.
You need a breath of fresh cash.
It sounds like you're at your mom's house at 11 o'clock with your kids, which sounds like you live with your mom. So that's not good.
That's not good.
I don't like that. July 1999, it's all there. Yeah, July 1999, Rozier files for bankruptcy.
Oh.
Claiming $255,208 in liabilities and $35,550 in assets, which included $50 in cash, literally what he had in his pocket.
Mad liquid, yeah.
And $500 in clothing.
What?
What the fuck happened to this guy?
He's in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble. His liabilities.
He didn't make any money, really, though, but he loved to spend it. Yeah.
Yeah. He was living like, well, I'll always be making $1 million plus a year because I'm in the NBA and I'll just keep playing. Matter of fact, I'll be getting a big contract pretty soon.
Yeah.
That's how he kept playing, but then he played like shit. His liabilities included $16,727 in credit card debt, $10,105 in sports agent fees.
What?
Wow, he should have had those take them right out of. Should have had them take it right out. We have our guys. Comes right out of this. We don't want any fucking part of that shit. Do not want to owe that.
I don't want you coming back saying I didn't pay you.
Not happening. You take it off the top. Not that our guys would do that.
No,
they're very reputable, but
I just don't want to forget.
I don't want to fuck anybody over. That's my thing. Yeah, $7,875 in child support to 3 women.
Wow.
Including his ex-wife. He's had 3 vehicles repossessed, including a 1997 Mercedes-Benz S500Z. or V. So
what is that one? I don't even know what that is.
it's a 500 V. I don't know what the V is.
Yeah, it must be the fast one.
But yeah, S500, I know. It's obviously the 500 deal there. So he's fucked. As of 97, he was still buying brand new Mercedes.
That's so dumb.
And like the most expensive one at the time, too.
Yeah,
like
he knows he doesn't have it.
No, $100,000 Mercedes in the 90s. He's out of his fucking mind. October 22nd, 1999, quote, just call him Mr. Basketball, the Tampa Tribune says in a headline.
Why?
Mr. Basketball, that title can be a blessing, but sometimes a curse. Yeah. It follows you around. Anything less than perfection can be criticized and picked over. I would say this is less than perfection here. Rozier said, everything is on paper at Carolina. It's very military. He's talking about college here. He said, before the game even starts, you know when you're going to play. You play 2 minutes, you come out. I don't know anybody who would totally like that. It messes with your confidence. So that's his excuse about that. They say his career has fizzled. He's played sparingly in 3+ seasons, is now looking for a team, but his brilliance at Southeast and his presence at Louisville won't soon be forgotten. Yeah, they said he was dominant in the middle. We haven't had anyone like that since Purvis Ellison and Felton Spencer. You could almost count on him for double figure rebounding. That's in Louisville. They said that quality endeared himself to teammates. Dwayne Morton, who played with him, said he was a pretty good person to play alongside. He doesn't hog the ball. He wants the team to do well.
Yeah.
Rozier said, I had some faults from time to time in college, but being a good rebounder, I was able to contribute all the time. Guys appreciate it when you grab the rebound and kick it back out. I didn't have to score 30 points to be happy.
Okay.
That's good. November 5th, 1999. Oh, boy. Rozier rides out emotions is the headline. Okay. Here it goes. Clifford swears he's unsure who that unsmiling guy was walking around the past 2 seasons in a Quad City Thunder uniform carrying his name. However, the 27-year-old former NBA first-round choice knows where alternately angry and depressed young men come from and is familiar with his with his sorry story. He said, that wasn't me. That guy is a million miles away from here now. The guy who was mad, the guy who stormed off. He said he's had a lot of personal problems. He said, quote, well, let's give him it in their own words here.
Let's let him tell us.
Let's let Clifford tell the story of what goes on. Then it's not even me. Okay. In their own words, quote, I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
I was going through my marriage breaking up, losing my kids, counseling, you name it. I thought I was going crazy, and I was letting a lot of things affect my health, and I don't let that happen anymore. It's been tough, but the last few years I've gotten closer to my family, and I found out what the big picture's all about, and that's being happy. Life's too short to live it any other way.
Fucking A, yeah.
Oh, you could hear that piano music behind it. That is, you needed that shit.
Life's too short.
Oh, man. His marriage broke up in spite of him walking away from 2 years in his playing prime. The divorce became final a few weeks ago, yet he says he has few regrets. He said, if I had it to do all over again, I would. My marriage was way more important to me than any basketball game. So now he's saying because he's had problems in his marriage, that's why he sucked and been a dickhead for years. Yeah. He said, I look back on it, and we have twin daughters out of it, 15-month-olds, Connor and Taylor, and I can't imagine the world without them. I thank God every day for my daughters. I'm really blessed. Sure, I took a big mental hit, financial hit, emotional hit, and now I can't be around my daughters as much as I'd like to, but it was worth fighting for.
Sure was. Yeah.
Sure, what did Ellsworth say in Deadwood? Sure, I've flattened my life out, or if I hammered my life, something flattered and hammered shit. Made my life flattered and hammered shit is what it is. But, it was worth it.
It's worth it. I'd do it again.
Wow. Rozier said he's thankful the war off the floor is finally behind him. He said, I'm exhaling now. I understand now I put unnecessary pressure on myself to try and satisfy others when ultimately we're the ones who decide if we're happy or not. Yeah. He said, during the marriage, I felt wrung out and the game wasn't fun for me. It was a business. Now I don't let things stress me out. You should stress about money a lot.
You should really give a shit, truly.
I'd be really scared. Yeah. I don't let things worry me like before. Now I just go out, do my best, and work hard, and that's all you can do. I put all my problems behind me. This is a fresh new start, and I'm moving forward. Everything is looking up, and I'm just going to play ball, have some fun, and everyone's going to be happy.
You bet.
That's it. Absolutely. Rozier said he can appreciate the stance baseball superstar Ken Griffey Jr. took earlier this week.
Oh, what's that stance?
Nothing they have in common, I'll tell you that much.
But he can appreciate it.
Yeah, demanding a team situated closer to his family. After all, the wear and tear of being away from his wife and children took the ultimate toll. His ex-wife won custody of their girls during divorce proceedings. He said, I don't have visitation rights, and it humbles you. It's tough being away from them. They grow every day and do different things, and I'm missing out on it.
Right.
It tears my heart out every day not being with them, but the holidays are coming up and I'll see them. What did you do to get visitation taken
Revoked?
From you to the point where you could only see them at Christmas? What the fuck did you do?
Christmas is coming, so I'll see them.
Guys get out of prison for child molestation and they get supervised visits, every other week or some shit. This is crazy. My God. He said, my mom will bring them through. I can also see them on some weekends. Some other decisions I could have made this season, I wouldn't have seen them at all for 9 months. So it isn't as bleak as it would have been if I'd gone overseas. Oof. He swears he gets 40 to 50 calls a month from interested teams while he was sitting idle, sorting through his shattered life.
About what?
Most of the inquiries were, I don't know, it's, just stuff.
What are they calling about? Does he have an eBay something?
I think, what do you think of this? Like a poll. Yeah. You know what I mean? They wanted to know, like an exit poll. When you were playing in the league, did you get as many sneakers as you needed? Things like that.
Curious people.
No, he said most of the inquiries came from teams in Italy, Greece, and Turkey. In fact, he was in Italy 3 weeks ago to entertain an offer before deciding to stay stateside. He said, I'm here for less money. I turned down $20,000 a month in Italy to be here because I want to have fun. I want to play ball against the best in the world again, and that means getting back to the NBA, and I want a chance to see my kids, and not in that order.
Yeah.
Wow. He's been told by his mother, Diane, and father, Clifford Sr., he's lost the killer instinct on the hard court.
Oh.
If so, so be it, he said. He said, I know my family has to come first. So maybe I'm not as passionate as I used to be about the game. No more psycho. When I was 18, basketball was life. Now basketball is just a game. It gets me through the tough times now. So that's what he said. He said his mother has supported him. Mother has just supported him a whole lot, in between when he's assaulting her domestically and all that.
Yeah.
And his brother, Psychobi, C-Y apostrophe K, capital K-O-B-I-E. Psychobi. Psychobi. That is some kind of name. Yeah. The three of them live in the same house in Florida. His mother, his brother, and him.
Psycho and Psychobi?
Psycho, Psychobi, and Mama Diane. He said, we're a tight little family, said Rozier, whose father's divorced from his mother. Sometimes it takes something like I went through to find out who's in your corner. Holy shit. Okay. Early 2000, we figure out a little bit about what the fuck's going on and why he's like this.
Yeah.
Because you look at him, one day he's psycho on the court, diving for rebounds, punching fucking Eastern European guys. The next day, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. He's fighting with the coach. The next day,
a point.
Just wants to have fun. The next day, he's miserable. We find out he has schizophrenia and bipolar disorder in 2000.
Is that right?
This would explain mood swings.
He's mentally ill.
He's mentally ill, and which is not his fault, obviously.
No.
That just sucks, but this has not been diagnosed. And if it
undiagnosed mental health issues, wow.
You put that under a microscope in an NBA environment, and you're a rookie, and you're the guy.
Then throw money at it.
Then throw money at it to make it think everything's fine, and this is what happens. So April 27, 2000, he signs with the Gulf Coast Sun Dogs of the USBL again there, and that's about it. He was cut by all these teams here.
Yeah.
He played a couple games with the Bradenton Sun Dogs and knew that his basketball career was over.
Uh-oh.
Chris Ward, a former high school teammate, said it's extremely sad. You're talking about a kid who should be playing right now. He should have a 15 to 20-year stint in the NBA. He was good. I mean, really good. No one knows if failure as a pro contributed to Rozier's mental condition or drug use, but everyone agrees it stung.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. His coach in high school said, I knew how badly he wanted to play and be successful in the NBA, but it got to a point where it was not going to happen and it was hard to face. Mm-hmm. So, in addition, by the way, to his schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, he's got, your brain is real precarious if you got that going on. Anything could set you off in the wrong direction. Yeah. You need like different medications that are like I mean, they're going to have to figure out for years just what medications all balance each other out to make you right.
Probably a nice talk every few days.
A little bit of chitty chat there. Unfortunately, he decides he's figured out the medication that works for him.
What's he got?
It's smoking crack.
Oh, yeah.
That'll do it. Basically, we'll spend the next 5 years wandering the streets of Bradenton looking for crack.
Smoking crack.
Smoking crack. You see a guy who's 6'11", looking like he needs some crack coming at you, it's going to be Cliff probably. Chances are.
This is a man who played in the NBA.
Just 3 years ago.
Just a few months ago.
It was like just right there. He was his number one draft pick less than 7 years before this.
Wow.
Think about that. 6 years before this, he's a number one draft pick or number one first round. Number
first
one
round,
of his team.
Yeah.
December 2000, he is arrested for shoplifting.
Yeah.
Shoplifting. That's low. And you know what he was shoplifting?
What?
A 16-ounce beer, a tall boy.
Oh, my God.
And a pack of cigars.
And some Black & Milds.
And some fucking Swishers. That's what he's fucking.
Oh, my God.
What he's. A tall boy.
$7.
Yeah, $7. Maybe in 2000. April 5th, 2001, warrant names ex-NBA player, Bradenton Herald says. Oh, boy. He is charged with grand theft auto in Manatee County.
And stealing a car.
Oh, yeah. Authorities issued a warrant for his arrest on charges of grand theft auto. He is wanted in the theft of, this is the craziest part, this is 2001, the theft of a 1980 Chevy Monte Carlo.
1980.
A big piece of shit.
Car. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's an SS, it's a piece of shit.
Unless it's
I don't even think they made those
Grand
in the
National.
I don't think they made the SSs of those. I thought they weren't around for a short
Monte
time.
Carlo?
Did not come around again till like 83 or something?
I don't even know if they made an SS Monte Carlo.
They did because my stepmother had one.
Really?
Yeah, she had a cool car. It was a Monte Carlo SS.
That's kind of wow. Yeah, it kind of looks like a Grand National, I guess. That's what it is.
Same,
it's the even body. Exchange Buick Monte Carlo or Buick Grand National and the Chevy Monte Carlo. Yeah. Well, it could be a cool car, I suppose, but not an 80.
Not an 80. No. And it was, did they have an 80 SS?
Check that for doubt it.
Just do 80 SS. 80 Monte Carlo SS.
No results. It shows them. Ew, that's not an SS.
No, all right. I thought
that's a bad car, man. That
in '84 or something.
He bought that. He stole
that. He stole that. That's worse than buying it. He fucking stole it.
They made an SS, but that is a shitty car, man.
By the way, it gets dumber.
Why?
Somehow. The tan Monte Carlo, it's a tan Monte Carlo, first of all. The tan Monte Carlo is the personal vehicle of a sheriff's deputy. You fucking idiot.
What?
He stole a sheriff's deputy's off duty.
He stole a cop's car. Not a cop car. That cop is so mad that he has to drive that in his personal life.
A 20-year-old, he's getting no pussy in that car. No, and he lives in an apartment, too, which drives that car. It's not going well for this guy. This sheriff's deputy reported it stolen from his Bradenton apartment at 3982 North 75th Street West here. He was found later that day. It was found later that day while deputies were responding to a disturbance at a Shell station on 55th Avenue East. Wow. Deputies questioned Rozier's brother, Sakobi, who was in the gas station parking lot when the car was found, according to reports. Sakobi said Clifford had been driving the Monte Carlo and that the two had been arguing. Holy shit. A photo passport of Clifford Rozier and a check made out to him were found inside the car, just to make sure you know that he left his ID. Wow. He left his fucking passport there just so you're sure he stole it.
Unbelievable.
He might as well have left a semen sample in the ashtray, just so you know. There's some DNA, a little pool of it for you there. The fake passport is found inside, or the passport, not fake passport. Rozier's last known address is 4710 51st Street West, according to the sheriff's spokesman. Rozier, 28, has had a number of encounters with the law since he graduated from Southeast in 1990. I mean, a whole podcast will talk about him someday.
2 parts.
2-parter. In December, he was arrested for the 16-ounce beer and pack of cigars. It's a heist right there. It's like Ocean's 11. Ocean's 16. 1 ounce of beer for everyone. And was placed on 6 months probation for that. 98, of course, was his domestic violence with his mother. The worthless check charge. He's got public intoxication with resisting arrest in 93. It happens. His coach at Southeast, his high school coach, said, "It's a sad situation. We've all tried to help." That means we give up.
We've all called him about this.
It's a sad situation. He's sad, and we've tried to help, meaning that used to be, and now we're not trying anymore. It's just over. Yep. Wow, that is a lot. They said that Elliot Washington, who replaced Carroll at Southeast's varsity basketball coach, was a high school teammate of Rozier. Washington said he last saw Rozier about 6 months ago at a Bradenton bowling alley. He said, "We talked about old times. He's a pretty good bowler."
Okay.
Okay. He said, "I really haven't put my finger on what happened. I just know the Clifford I played with. He was a kid who worked hard." Okay, so he's finally arrested. After more than a month, he's arrested for grand theft after being a fugitive for over a month. So apparently he was at the gas station. Him and his brother argued. He thought the cops were coming. He took the fuck off because he's in a stolen car, left his ID behind so they know it's him, and then he finally gets arrested. Wow. June 20th, 2001, Tampa Bay Times have an article here. "Mind in Prison" is the name of it. And it says, his cell at the Manatee County Central Jail is depressingly bare and stark. Its walls chipped and dirty and the air stale and damp. It's perhaps not unlike the prison that resides inside Clifford Rozier's head.
Oh, we're going to get real artsy about it.
Prison in my mind is,
an inside and an outside prison.
That's right. He said that Rozier has been incarcerated since May 2nd after he was arrested and charged with grand theft auto. He's been imprisoned much longer, family and friends say, by a mental disorder that's ruined his NBA career and plunged him into depression and isolation. In recent years, he's been cut from the NBA, arrested 5 times, filed for bankruptcy, withdrawn from many of his friends and family members who blame a chemical dependency or a chemical imbalance in his brain. Yeah. He remains locked up while awaiting his October 22nd trial because, quote, "we don't want him to disappear again," his mother says. We could bail him out, but he'll disappear.
We won't see him again. Yeah.
Yep. The Colorado assistant basketball coach, who was an assistant at Louisville when he played there, said, "It's really sad. I want to reach out, and I think people should reach out to Cliff because he was a good guy and a good teammate. I'd love to help Cliff if I can because I think that much of him." Yeah. To everyone here, he said he's sometimes a likable guy, sometimes not, and a lot of people just keep saying that here. They said it took a lot of convincing to get him to go seek professional help to determine that he had schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and with treatment and medication, they told him he'd be fine, but he didn't stick with it. He stopped going to therapy and stopped taking his medication after a while, didn't like it. His ex-wife, Trina, had him committed at various times to psychiatric care facilities under Florida's Baker Act, but he always left after a few days. His mom said he's way out there. You just get nothing, just silence, or he's talking 5 different conversations at one time about people and stuff.
He's just way out there.
Dude, he's completely incoherent.
It's over. Yeah, what do you do with that?
His mother can't have a conversation with him. He's talking to imaginary people.
Oh my God.
She says, sometimes I'm unrecognizable. He doesn't know me. You know how you either have to be insanely insane or 93 and have advanced dementia to not recognize someone that close to you.
You can't pick out mom. That's not good.
That's wild. He's so way out there, he doesn't know anybody. It's like an autistic person. No, that's not what autism is. Even what are you talking about? I think they just saw Rain Man once and completely misunderstood it. Yeah. They are inside their own world on the inside. Their body is there, but you're shut out. Severely with nonverbal autistic people, I guess, but
sure.
They're not having 5 different conversations with people, though. They're not schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Dr. Martha Brown, associate professor of psychiatry at the University of South Florida, said 1 in 5 Americans is afflicted with a chemical imbalance, which typically induces depression. The imbalance is often triggered by a major depressive episode, such as a friend's death or by abusing alcohol and drugs. She said, sometimes we can never find the trigger. It just happens to people. Friends and family say Rozier does not have a drug or alcohol problem, which that's not what everybody else said. Under advice from his court-appointed attorneys, Rozier has not talked to reporters. Court records show he's had a few brushes with the law, bounced checks, retail theft, all the shit that we described before. Rozier is in jail because he's accused of stealing a Manatee County sheriff's deputy's personal car. He was on the run for about a month before he was apprehended in Orlando. His mother said the hardest days I ever had were those 35 days that I didn't know where he was at.
Ooh.
Man, you're talking about his bankruptcy and all his liabilities. He has had little income since his NBA days except disability payments from the NBA and the government. Wow. He tried finding work through temp agencies, but his mental condition hasn't allowed him to stay employed for more than a few days, friends and family say.
He has episodes at his job.
Yeah, he can't stay steady as, just can't do that. It's not possible for him. If you're imbalanced like that, you're not going to be the same person every single day that can, it's not going to happen. Brown, the USF professor, said people who are depressed sometimes have a difficulty supporting themselves after a major episode. She said, if I've had a major depressive episode, I may not get out of bed for a few weeks at a time. I can really become quite disheveled and not take care of anything. Christ, that sounds great right now. Not the depression part, just being disheveled and not getting out of bed for a few weeks. I could use that, just the rest for a minute. Rozier's behavior has caught many people by surprise. Officials at Bradenton Southeast and Louisville said he never seemed depressed or irresponsible then. Okay, they said there was questions about his work ethic, but there was never in the past, I never saw anything that would lead me to believe his life would end up this way. No, not at all. I mean, it didn't seem like it anyway. They said he didn't seem real well adjusted in the NBA like he was in college, and his agent said Rozier had credit problems when he retained him before the 97-98 season, and he noticed Rozier seemed peculiar at times. This guy said he urged Rozier to hire a financial advisor, but Rozier opted to handle his money with the help of his mother.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. He said he was a very different guy. He just acted differently.
Yeah, well, and that's why they fought. And that's probably why he hit her, was because she had his money. And she wasn't going to give it to him because he doesn't have any. And she's like, give it. Have any.
And he's saying, where's my money? And she's saying, you fucking spent it, stupid. You got a Mercedes repossessed, you idiot. This agent said he shopped Rozier around the NBA during the summer of 97, but the Timberwolves were the only team that wanted him, and they weren't eager to get him. They rejected anything beyond the 1-year deal that he eventually signed. They weren't interested. He said, quote, he had some sort of checkered background where people wanted to make sure about him before they invested oodles and oodles of money for a long period of time. People seemed to question where he was coming from. Like I said, he was viewed as a different kind of person.
Right.
And that's his agent. He knows what these teams are telling him. Look, he knows the truth about him, you know? So Diane Rozier thinks her son became sick just before he was released by the Timberwolves. Sounds like he had a problem before that, but what am I going to, who knows? She remembers hearing about Rozier getting into a violent argument with a coach while playing for Toronto and getting into a fight with Potapenko while playing for Minnesota. She said, they told me he would be on one end of the court while they'd be having a team meeting at the other end. I said, that's not him. There's something going on there. These days, Rozier's friends and family struggle to be a part of his life, determined to help him, but not sure how. They don't excuse the problems he's created. They try to explain them. They say he's not the menace he appears to be, and they say he doesn't deserve to be the butt of jokes that have made the rounds of local radio stations and office water coolers. He said they talk about a Clifford Rozier who was always above everyone in height but never acted like it. They talk about a Rozier who regularly donated money to charities and who generously helped friends, family members, and sometimes strangers in financial need. Pissed all his money away.
Yeah, just threw it out the window.
Yeah. The football coach at Bradenton Bayshore High who grew up with Rozier and played with him in high school said, now, when he needs a friend more than ever, no one wants to step up and say Cliff is a good guy. The same people who are spreading negative things about him are the same ones who had their hand out asking for money when he was in the NBA. Right. Diane Rozier said her son's tribulations have changed how she views the world. She said, it makes you go home and appreciate your wife or your children or your mother. There are a lot of street people you see, and you think they're doing this because they're on drugs or because they're losers. These are not losers. These are people who have problems. A lot of them are educated people, but they have fallen just short. They have just fallen along the way through illness. Rozier's attorneys likely will ask for a competency hearing. If he's deemed incompetent to answer the charge, he'll be treated until they deem him competent, which could take forever. Rozier's friends and family, they simply want him free again, free from the county jail and free from the emotional chains shackled to his mind, they say. Diane said, I know I'm going to see my son one day. He's going to come back, not only to me, but he's going to come back to what he was and who he is. I don't want to see my son walk through the door and say, hey, Mom, cook me something. I want to see my son walk through the door and say, hey, Mom, cook me something, not this person in total silence. Okay, so there's a charity game in 2002 here. He shows up. They said he walked into the locker room that night with great trepidation. How would they react? Would they shun him, make fun of him?
What would they do?
A team from New York was taking on Rozier's former teammates from Southeast High for a charity game at the Manatee Civic Center. Rozier turned down the invitation to play months earlier, but surprised everyone when he walked into the locker room unannounced.
Oh.
They said, you going to play? And he said, yeah, I'm playing. Great. They're saying in early 2000, everyone had heard the rumors that he was on drugs, he was homeless, he was hearing voices. Well, your mom said that, for Christ's sake. It was not hard to spot Rozier on the street. He's 6'11", and, he's walking miles a day in search of drugs. You're going to see him. They said he lived in the woods and got money where he could. Lived in the woods. Florida has a lot of people living in the woods.
Could.
They collect fucking bottles and shit and copper and rob shit. He had a string of run-ins with the law, including an arrest on charges he assaulted his mother. There's some things Rozier saw on the street that were so bad he will not talk about them. Sometimes he would stop by Green's barber shop in Palmetto. He never really looked unkempt, but he always looked tired, Green says. Rozier would make jokes like when they were 10 years old and hanging out at the Bradenton Boys Club. He used to tell me, Green, it's okay. Don't worry about me. It used to hurt me. This was my friend and I can't do anything to help him. That's why Green was so happy to see Rozier at the charity game. Rozier squeezed his 300-pound frame.
Oh, boy.
Into the only extra uniform. His shorts were stripper tight, as described by an onlooker. And the jersey looked like, quote, his little brother's shirt, said Ward, his former teammate. Oh, my God. So he looked fat as fuck, that means. When he walked into the crowd, into the court, some of the crowd pointed and laughed, but he quickly quieted them. He threw some no-look passes like he still had it. It was vintage Cliff. His friend says, the footwork, the moves, everything. It was like he hadn't lost a step. But when he returned to the court after halftime, he remained behind. He took off his uniform, left it on the floor, and took off out of the arena without telling anyone. He left at halftime. They expected him to come back out. He was gone.
Wow.
He's just, who knows what the fuck he's doing. He's crazy. October 12th, 2002, here we go. This is from the police briefs section of the paper. Basketball star arrested. Arrested on a burglary charge. Oh, man. Taken to Manatee Jail and released on ROR.
Yeah.
Wow. So they said that he was arrested in Orlando, charged with 1 count of grand theft auto after being a fugitive. That's one. Then in March 2000, that was May 2001. So he was arrested for the March 2001, 1990 shoplifting. Okay. So yeah, he's arrested for a burglary charge then. We don't know the outcome of it. 2006, he's arrested on an assault charge. Now, this we don't know. Somebody, not mom or somebody. This arrest led to him being ordered into a lockdown mental health facility.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, not good. A year later, around 2007, he went to a halfway house in Bradenton, Florida, where he lived for years there because it's structured.
Yeah.
He has medication and support, and it's a structured environment, and he does well there.
That's fine.
Doesn't, snap or anything like that. So they said he lived in this halfway house with 9 other men. He said he liked it there because of the structure and the familial feeling that the house provided.
Oh.
He said, quote, "Ain't nobody heard from me in almost 10 years. I don't go nowhere. I keep to myself. I want to stay here."
He likes it.
He likes it. No one's bothering him, and he's safe and happy, and he has no pressure. And it's structured. So
Yeah.
May 1st, 2007, Clifford Rozier Sr. is dead.
Oh, no.
So his dad's dead, which is sad there, obviously. He's very upset about that. June 27th, 2010, Sarasota Herald Tribune has an article here, headlined, "His Most Important Rebound."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lightning cracked near the rooftop as a talking black snake with hypnotic green eyes implored him to jump. The snake claimed to be God and promised he would fly.
Yeah.
Clifford Rozier, standing 2 stories high, screamed through the darkness in a desperate rage. How did he get there? He was once the best high school basketball player in Florida, an All-American in college, a first-round draft pick. Then the voices started.
Uh-oh.
Now he was a man on top of an apartment building, his mind tormented by a snake speaking as God, yet wishing for death. Rozier jumped.
What?
Yeah. Okay. They said the only NBA player from Manatee County once lived in a $1.2 million home near a canyon in Northern California. He had 6 bedrooms, a guest house by the pool, a Mercedes in the driveway, and a closet full of $1,000 suits and snakeskin shoes.
Yeah, but all of that's a finance. Regardless, he had it. That's true. Yeah,
these are facts. The Southeast High grad was 23 and making so much money he would hand out $100 bills to needy strangers on the street.
Really?
Didn't have that much money.
No.
Rozier, 37 now, essentially broke and on heavy medication for schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. He's also a recovering crack addict who spent 5 years wandering the streets, sometimes carrying a pistol, often hearing voices telling him to jump in front of cars, confront police so they would shoot him.
Oh, God.
Or jump from a building to see if he could fly. Hint, you can't.
No.
After spending time in jail cells and psychiatric wards, he lives in a Bradenton halfway house with 9 other men and likes it there. And he says nobody's heard from him. Once again. He's the only resident with his own bedroom. He has an air conditioner. He's the security guy at the halfway house. That's his job.
And he's on staff.
He's 6'11", 300 pounds. So everybody has a job. He's the only resident with his own bedroom and has an air conditioning unit, a lock on the door, a DVD player, and an extra large bed from Bill's Discount Center.
Nice.
Fucking Bill's is coming in needing to do something. I'm from Bill's. I have a giant bed. Anybody need that? So yeah, he's got all these things. I mean, hey, life is good.
Not doing too bad.
He's got a DVD player, for Christ's sake.
He's got a job, too, so he's part of staff.
No, it's just everybody has a chore.
Oh, so and his just happens to be big guy that
you wash dishes. You mow the lawn.
Yeah.
You keep people from fucking with us. Well, on a small dresser is a report card from one of his 5 children. They range, now he's got 5. He's got picked up a couple more kids over the last 10 years.
How's he doing it?
Wow, they range from an 18-year-old son to 11-year-old twin girls. Okay, that's the last one he had, I guess. Yeah. Rozier takes 6 pills a day. See what I'm saying? This would take years to figure out the balance. Yeah. And gets 2 shots a week for his mental illness. 2 shots.
2 shots.
Wow. For 2 years, counselors came to his house and placed the pills inside his mouth. Rozier is drug tested 3 times a week and has never tested positive, says the president of the program that runs the halfway house. Mm-hmm. There's no reminders of Rozier's stardom. There used to be a photo of Rozier dunking on Charles Barkley, but he gave it away.
Wait, what?
I've seen that picture. It's a good shot.
Gave it away.
Rozier lived that once, but that was ages ago. Why keep living it? Yeah, they said little bit, by the way, about schizophrenia, because people have different ideas of schizophrenia. There's schizophrenia means a lot of different things.
Yeah, it's a big spectrum of.
Absolutely.
Sure.
No, yeah.
There's different ways that it manifests and presents itself too.
Totally. But people kind of laymen just hear schizophrenia and they think you have 12 personalities because that's a multiple personality, paranoid schizophrenia type thing. So just a little bit about it. Schizophrenia affects more than 2 million people. This is at the time, back in 2010. A counselor at the Manatee Glens Mental Health Center in Bradenton says 1 of 5 patients being treated there suffers from it. Generally appears in early adulthood, right around when it happened to him. Theories about possible causes, genetics, brain chemistry, brain abnormalities, birth complications. Who knows, basically. There's no cure, but with therapy and support and medication, you can keep it under control most of the time. Schizophrenics may suffer from delusions or a false idea of themselves. They may have hallucinations. They may see, hear, feel, or touch or taste something that is not there. That's rough. One doctor here says hallucinations are very common, and usually there are voices tormenting, persecuting, or commanding. One guy said if someone looked at him the wrong way, he had a voice that said, "Kill them before they kill you."
What?
That's dangerous. Not all. That's why you don't have to fuck with people while you're out. You don't ever know who you're fucking with. It could have literally a voice going, "Kill them before they kill you."
They're already looking at you, wanting to kill you. You didn't even know they were there.
That parking spot was just the beginning of it. Now they're going to kill you. And since they've gotten that parking spot. Not all hallucinations are the same. Everyone is highly personal, and they usually have some meaning or connection to their life. The snakes Rozier kept seeing represented evil and perhaps appearing in his head because of the events in his past, the doctor said. The battle between good and evil is very common. I almost always look for them or assume they're there. God versus the devil, good versus evil. There's always a war going on with the schizophrenic people because things are also... They're real nebulous and real black and white at the same time, so it's really scary. Rozier says he started hearing the voices in his early 20s, and he said by the time he was 25, the voices in his head were so relentless that he stopped even liking basketball. Yeah. I was like, how can you just be 25 years old and then you start hearing people talking to you in your head? That's a good question. He gave away a lot of his money, paid a lot in taxes, donated $500,000 to his mother's church. Oh, I would go there and say, I'm getting that back.
That's way too much. I have not made near enough money to do that.
I wouldn't give 5,000 cents to a fucking church, first of all, but $500,000?
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money to pay for legal fees when they fucking molest kids. That's perfect. That's what you're paying for.
I mean, it's just, it's regardless of where it goes, it's just a lot of fucking money.
A lot of money. So $500,000 to the church and $500,000 to his mother's house. So he spent $1 million of the $3.5 million he earned on that.
On shit
alone.
For mom.
Yeah. And they said this is typical for people struggling with bipolar disorder, a mental health counselor says. When people are manic, they have a tendency to think they're invincible and they have all the money in the world as at their disposal, and there's more where that came from.
Right.
Yeah. Another trait is lack of pleasure or joy. Schizophrenics may exhibit a cold, bland stare. He said, think about it. If you got no joy from everything or from anything every day of your life, what reason would you have to go on?
Right.
So she said that Rozier was always engaging and bright, and this doctor said it's a horrifically sad story. Here's a guy who literally made millions of dollars, and you can't imagine the horrors he's probably experienced. So yeah, the snakes and all that kind of shit. Let's talk about that here. Okay. Death becomes the irrelevant, this article says. You just want the voices to stop. Please make them stop. And so the next thing you know, you're on the roof of an apartment building in Bradenton. This is that story. He said, the thing in my head was, I don't like looking at snakes telling me they're God. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I mean, yeah, I would think that would probably be on my, that's not on my top things to do on my day off type of shit. I didn't like snakes talking to me like that. Like that.
I'd rather they be very kind to me. I'm tired of them being like this.
If a snake said, hey, how you doing, handsome? I would be just as freaked out as if they said, I'm the devil, jump off the building. It would be just as freaky to me if a snake said anything to me. He said, I don't like snakes talking to me like that. I started seeing snakes everywhere. They were all around me. They would say, I bet you won't run out in front of that car. Don't worry about it. God will save you.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, why do I have to run out in front of a car? Because you said God will save me. And I'm just having questions and battles with this person on ways to kill me. Rozier said after that night, he immersed himself in the Bible, reading it back and forth. Here we go with our breaking another rule. But the Bible and the medication he would later receive helped him out of a place so dark he didn't even recognize his own mother, his best friend, or his high school coach. The voices subsided, he said, and he no longer hears them, which is nice. When he got arrested in 2006 and sent into a lockdown facility, a year later he moved into the halfway house, and that's where he still is years later. Wow. He's free to leave following an April court hearing. He is welcome as long as he pays $540 monthly rent. So he's unable to work, so he relies on Social Security and disability payments, and that covers that, basically. Wow. They said even when he was completely lost and on the streets and panhandling for drugs, he told others that his former lifestyle was meaningless to him and it was gone and he already lived it. Didn't care. He said, if you ever get $5 million, you'd enjoy yourself. I did. I lived the life. I had the cars. I had a wife. I have children. He acted like he bought the children.
Kids, I got a wife. I got cars.
You know, there was a wife and kids sale at the store. I picked them up. I said, fuck it. I went out and shopped. I did everything I wanted to do in my life. And right now, I'm happy with what I'm doing. He says he's happier now than he was in the NBA.
Yeah.
He said, you talk about the NBA, but you forget one thing. I worked to get there. Nobody just put me there and said, hey, you're in the NBA now, and I think you owe me one. There's nothing you can take from me. Whatever happens in my life, I'm content. I'm happy. I have joy. I have understanding. I have knowledge. I'm learning. I'm becoming friendly. I'm submitting myself and being subdued. I'm being humbled. Right. Yeah. He said, you know something? I ain't never looking back at the turmoil and chaos behind me because right now I'm looking at paradise.
Yeah.
Almost paradise. What the fuck is he doing? Okay, July 16th, 2018. Speaking of paradise, Clifford Rozier is dead.
What?
Suffers a heart attack at age 45.
Oh my God.
Is dead. That's it. 45 fucking years old this guy only was. That's crazy.
Is it drug induced or? I'm 45, man.
Yeah. Well, are you 300 pounds? And
no, that's a good point.
How about your crack habit? Was that up for a while?
Poor bastard. That's terrible.
He went into cardiac arrest in East Bradenton on Wednesday night when paramedics arrived to give him CPR and take him in an ambulance to the hospital.
Wow.
His brother said when they went in to put stents in and to work on his heart, he didn't have heart damage. He didn't have any major heart damage, but all his organs shut down.
Oh,
it could have gone either way. It could have gone into cardiac arrest to cause the organs to shut down, or the organs could have shut down and caused the blood not to flow into his heart to go into cardiac arrest. So we don't know what the fuck is wrong with this guy at that time.
No.
Medical officials are waiting to figure out exactly what happened. The brother said he came in with cardiac arrest. They put him in a coma, and he never came out. And he passed Friday morning. He said he saw Clifford the day before it happened. His mother and family were notified. When paramedics worked on Clifford upon arriving, they needed to cut his clothes off, and his identification, which was in his wallet, got discarded. So he entered Manatee Memorial as a John Doe.
John
Doe! They cut his pants off. So they didn't even know.
Oh, my God.
His brother said it wasn't until the next morning when one of the emergency doctors or whatever came in and said, "That's Clifford Rozier, stupid. He's lived here for 45 years. Everyone else only knew him as a basketball player, Kobe said. I knew him as a really good guy, kind guy. Everything he's been through and doing, he was always kind to you. They said he's the biggest, strongest guy in the family and somebody my entire life. I looked up to him. It's a shock. You can't be prepared for something like that. You talk to someone one day and you sit down to have a conversation and have fun and you leave, and then 2 days later they have cardiac arrest, a heart attack, and they never recover."
God dang.
Yep. He said, "For the last few days, my big brother Cliff has been fighting for his life after having a heart attack. Today, he lost his fight. Rest easy, big bro. See you again one day."
Wow.
He said he was doing well the last 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
All things considered, I guess.
Yeah. His former coach said he bumped into him a few years ago in Bradenton and thought there was something off about him.
Yeah.
Who knows what part of his mental health journey that was in. Wow. He said it was a strange situation. I don't think he even knew who I was. When he was in high school, he came to my room and we talked every day. I knew he had a breakdown, but that's as much as I knew.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what Clifford is. He is now dead. And they said everything was stable. He was normal and he was doing well, and now he's gone. So
that's fucked up, man.
He is buried at the Skyway Memorial Gardens in Palmetto, Florida. Yeah. He's got a little flat thing, and they call he has Bug on it. Clifford G. Rozier Bug, because that's what his mom called him. So they didn't put Psycho on there.
No,
which I'm surprised.
That is fucking so sad, though.
This whole story is ultra sad,
so
dude.
Disappointing.
It's so fucking sad. Now we go, this guy's crazy, and unfortunately he was. Can't get enough of this guy, can't get enough of Clifford Rozier. Well, we have some things for you. Here's the Clifford Rozier 1995 Classic Superior Picks autograph card here, $9.95.
Wow.
It's number 853 out of 2,500. It's a picture of him dunking at Louisville.
Yeah.
Then there's the 94 Classic Draft Louisville Cardinals basketball card, and that's $1.65 or best offer. How about the 94-95 Upper Deck Special Edition Clifford Rozier card here, $1.10.
All of them are very affordable.
Very affordable,
Surprising.
Yeah, and also the mistaken identities were harder than they usually are, actually.
I believe it, yeah.
There's some crazy shit about I think this is a guy who crashed his plane, I believe. 7 hurt in a 3-vehicle crash. Emmett Rozier and his son Clifford.
Shit.
They were on a 1952 Mack bus. His son Clifford was one of the drivers, operating a 1960 Pontiac. Passengers in the car were blah, 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 blah. The driver of the other car, a 63 Thunderbird. Clifford Rozier was charged with being an unlicensed operator and paid a $5 fine.
$5? What year was that?
1964 or some shit. 1963. Yeah. 63. There was a marsh was on fire. It was very funny. So there you go, everybody. That is Clifford Rozier.
Wow.
2 parts, and we're done with Clifford. And more coming up next week, obviously, with somebody brand fucking new. But for now, Clifford is done, and that is a goddamn crazy, sad story.
So tragic.
And somehow I knew none of that.
None of it.
How did we miss all of that?
Who even heard? I mean, I've heard of him. I certainly had a card of his. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure. I mean, he was on those late 90s.
Yeah.
You'd see him on a bench somewhere, but I don't know how this is why we do this show, because people go,
so depressing. Yeah.
Missed all that shit. So there you go. If you like the show and if you enjoy the show, get on whatever app you're on. Give us 5 stars, because God damn it helps a lot. It really does. That's something you can do that is free, easy, and takes 30 seconds to do there. Do that. Say anything you want. Doesn't matter. Just Say your favorite condiments. That's what we like usually. If it's mustard, what kind? Dijon, spicy brown, yellow? What are we talking about here? So do that. Absolutely listen to our other shows, Your Stupid Opinions, which is just hilarious. And, of course, Small Town Murder, which you can also check out on Netflix. So do that. You should absolutely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com and get all your merchandise and all your tickets for live shows as well. Yeah. Small Town Murder will be in Milwaukee at the Pabst on September 18th, and then at the State Theater in Minneapolis on September 19th. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Also shows in Dallas, San Jose, Sacramento, Tarrytown, and Boston in October and November. So get your asses out there, get your goddamn tickets, and come see us there. Shutupandgivememurder.com. Definitely get yourself Patreon. That's a fact. Patreon.com/crime in sports, just like the name of this show. That's where you get all the bonus material, and it is deep and it is heavy.
Is it? Yeah.
Anybody $5 a month or above, and that is not changing, staying the same. You get everything we put out, every damn thing we put out, including as soon as you subscribe, you're going to get about almost 400 bonus episodes of Small Town Murder and Crime and Sports immediately upon subscription, then new ones every other week, including this week, which you get one Crime and Sports, one Small Town Murder every other week. This week for Crime and Sports, Kirby Puckett is coming at him, a beloved figure there. Kirby Puckett, we'll talk about him. And then for Small Town Murder, Maternal Instinct. It's a documentary where a woman cuts a baby out of another woman and then pretends she just had it in a car. It's crazy. And we'll talk about not only the documentary, but all the interrogation stuff, because she comes up with like 6 different explanations for this shit. It's bonkers. We'll talk about all that and more. Patreon.com/crime in sports. In addition to that, you get every show we put out, Crime and Sports, Your Stupid Opinions, Small Town Murder, all ad-free with that Patreon. You bet your damn ass. And you know what else you get?
Oh, boy.
It's a shout out, and that happens right now. Jimmy, hit me with the names of the people who would never, ever, ever be arrested for beating up their moms. Hit me with them right fucking now.
This week's executive producer, Peyton Meadows, happy hour in Hillsboro, Texas. Kip, Kristen, and Jamie for Julie. They're going to be in Wisconsin. So Janice Hill, Gary Howard in New Orleans. Gary. Angela Brawford. Taylor Jane Cooper, Emily Cropper, Eileen Herbertson, Laura Ludecker McGrew, Brandon Adams, Sarah Yarnes, MJ, and Scat James. His wife is Christy. She's going through cancer treatments again. God
Jesus,
damn it.
That sucks, man. Well, our hearts go out to you. And our
other producers
thoughts
this
are
week
with you, my brother.
are Kristen Leach, Sarah Maynard, Katie with no last name, Serena Hillman, Willow Tucker, Colton Adams, Stephen Figueroa, Stephen Kirkman, Amber Starkey, Aaron McIlvey, Andrea with no last name, Michaela Gilchrist, Steve Israel, John with no last name, Johnny D, Kitty with no last name, Soko Microblading, Caitlin Courtney, Silas Lockwood, Jody Wilson, Sandy with no last name, Terry, nope, that's Taylor, Sir Heinrich, Paula with no last name, Brandon Goins, David Reif, Jody Hayes, Tyler Racco, Kathy Bollinger, Cy McElwain, Brenna Dobrowski, Rachel Newcomb, Marcy Brown, Marsha Thompson, Brianna Nelson, Che with no last name, Catherine Mitchell, Brittany Brown, Colorado, Kit Monroe, Danielle Busher, Susan B., Ashley Elias Wilson, Molly Bency, Jamie Moscato, Ashley Lichtenberg, Trisha Birch, Ethan Rachals, Arlene Teplinsky, Kayla Peters, Rob with no last name, Holly Fish Jamrog, Lillian Cooper, who's you going to call LaBuster, evidently. Savannah with no last name, Laura Miller, Angela with no last name, Jayton Lee, Jatton perhaps, Star Carroll, Corral, Alina with no last name, Alina, Mary Deskovich, Mir with no last name, Andrew Solomon, Carl Griffin, Peter's brother, Pam with no last name, Rachel Triesenberg, Tasha Franklin, Lottie Hanrahan, Nando with no last name, Melvin with no last name, Brian Gross, Gwen Valines, Charlie and Crystal Johnson, Heather McCarthy, Nicholas Rhodes, Kristen Carlson, Tanya with no last name. Brandon Doreen, Lindsay Wood. Nope, that's Lisa Wood. Nick Jackson, Amon Ailes.
It's a man.
Deanna or Dina Burrett. Chat. Joe Schmalsteg. I don't know.
Schmalsteg. I'm just copying whatever you say.
It's I believe it's German of some sort. I can't pronounce it. Jade Baranowski, Stephen Fawcett, Sarah with no last name, Paige Lewis, Emily Hudson, Tyler Stevens, Warren with no last name, Alicia and Kat Denham, Paul Long, Lord Adam, Mike Patterson, Peter Schlick, Craig and Tiffany, Lori Harris, Shala, Justine Anderson, Shanita G, Lindell D, Lauren Lynn, Grace Knowlton, LL Kessler, Ashley Sievers, Abby Hubbard, S. Jean, Tina with no last name, Steve Irwin, probably not, Walker Stinson, Angela Cohen, McKinley Johnson, Medora Stevens, Hendy Fairclough, PGQ Norso, Kesley, I think that's Kelsey, TJ, Jen Bennett, Barbara Terranova, Terry Owens, Taylor Jane Cooper, James Dosher, Kate Hurabetz, Elin Person, Drew with no last name, Robbie with no last name, Lindsay Pumpelly, Andrew with no last name, Chris Cobley, Justine, Weatherman with a Y? Where the U would be? Tiffin D's, Rhiannon Henry, Mary S., Valerie with no last name, Danielle, nope, that's Daniel, hey man, Cora with no last name, Kimberly Jennings, Fumbles, no last name, Karsten Spry, Stack or Stace 03, Katie Goodwin, Nicole Belling, Sue McKay, Gabrielle with no last name, Retro Wrestling Archive, Jessica Freeze, Smooth Hoosier, that's good. Annie Terrell, Nicole Rushton, Hugh Janus. That's a great guy. Yeah. Riley Jones, Lisa Dorsey, Thomas Vicanti, Kat with no last name, Sadie McIver, Despina Huerta, Kristen Valerie, William Heiser, Mr. Moose, and Karen Hall. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much, everybody. You glorious, wonderful bastards. We can't tell you how much we appreciate all that you do for us, honestly, from 10 years on. And thank you for everything. Tell your friends. Keep telling people and posting and doing all the shit that you normally do. And keep coming back and seeing us. You want to find us, real easy to do so. Shutupandgivememurder.com has links to everything, including social media, tickets, merchandise, and all that shit. So do that. Keep coming back. And live from the Crime and Sports Studios, we will see you next week.
Bye.